Scout salute. Color guard, advance. Color guard, post the colors. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2, please put your Scout signs up and join me in the Scout oath and the Scout law. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. 2, audience, please remove any non-religious headgear as T-Rex Meredith leads us in our opening prayer.
Hello? Okay. Let us pray. Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for Luke Hicks and his great accomplishment of the Eagle rank. He certainly deserves it for all the hard effort he has put into it. We thank you that everyone here can be here to celebrate his accomplishment. In your Son's name we pray, amen.
Color guard, reform. Color guard, retreat. Color guard dismissed, audience at ease.
Good evening. How's everybody doing? So we are here to celebrate Luke tonight, so thank each and every one of you guys for coming and participating. Front lights only, please. The red of my flag is the lifeblood of brave men and women ready to die or worthily live for this, our country. The white of my flag is for purity, cleanliness of purpose, thought, word, and deed. The blue of my flag is for faith and loyalty, like the eternal blue of the star-filled heavens. Tonight we have the honor and pleasure of recognizing Luke Hicks for the award and earning the rank of Eagle Scout. The parents and Scout leaders of the Eagle candidate, whom we honor tonight, have labored long and faithfully to develop him toward alert and participating citizenship through the Boy Scout program. Their efforts culminate this evening in the presentation of the Eagle Award. The success of these efforts, however, will only be manifest in the way the Eagle Scout himself sets a social pattern for those whose lives he touches. Honor Guard, please form. Please escort before this court of honor Eagle candidate Luke, where he will be prepared to receive the highest rank conferred to the Boy Scouts of America, that is, the Eagle Scout. For those of you not aware, we're
No.
recording it and
There we
posting
go.
this for those that can't be here, so we want to make sure they can hear.
It works. I am the eagle. Since the beginning of time, man has used me and my brothers as a symbol of royalty, power, victory, authority, and valor. My strength and courage have inspired men throughout the ages. Ancient man looked upon me as an inveterate enemy of the serpents. They saw the battle between the sun and the clouds as a battle between an eagle and a serpent. The ancient Assyrians associated me with Asher, the great sun god. I was held in awe and worshipped for my majestic beauty. In the Assyrian myths, I was a symbol of the storms and lightning and the god who carried souls to Hades. In India and Babylon, I was the symbol of fire, of wind and storms, and the bringer of immortality. In the golden age of Greece, I was a symbol of victory and supreme spiritual energy. I was the sacred bird of Zeus, the ruler of all gods. The Greeks represented me with wings outstretched, holding a serpent in my claws. Thus I represented the triumph of good over evil. In Rome, I was the symbol of Jupiter, the supreme god. The Romans saw me as the symbol of victory. As the Roman legions conquered the world, they marched under the standard of the eagle. The silver eagle was the symbol of the Roman Republic, and the Roman Empire used the golden eagle as its symbol. I became the personal emblem of the Caesars, representing supreme authority. In the Middle Ages, I became the symbol of Germany, and as falconry flourished as a sport in Europe, only kings were allowed to hunt with an eagle. The rise of Christianity brought me still more honor. To the early Christians, the eagle was the symbol of ascension. This was due to the strong flight of the eagle, with its gaze fixed on the sun. In early icons, I was best known as the symbol of Saint John the Evangelist. The Aztec tribe of the classical era in what is now Mexico cited me capturing a rattlesnake. They took this as a sign to settle at that place, which ultimately became Mexico City. Today, my image stands, showing this event on the Great Seal of the modern nation of Mexico and on the nation's flag. In Mexico, I did not just witness history in the making, but I helped to cause history. In the 19th century, French troops under Napoleon conquered Europe under the symbol of the eagle. Many French soldiers gave their lives to protect the golden eagle, which supported the French flag on the battleground. On June 20th, 1782, I became the symbol of a new country. Because of my courage and beauty, I was chosen to symbolize the new United States of America. The eagle became a prominent feature of the seal of the state of the new republic. From this early beginning, I have been used in many ways to symbolize the ideals of this country. Several states have the eagles on their flags. You can find me on the coins of America from the beginning to present day. I have a prominent place in America, as in ancient Rome, as a symbol of power and authority. The emblems of the president, vice president, several members of the president's cabinet, and most branches of the armed forces center on the eagle. From the god of the Assyrians to the symbol of the Caesars to the emblem of this country, it was thus fitting that the eagle should have a part in the most monumentous achievement of man. The Apollo 11 crew chose Eagle as a name for their lunar module, which was to make history. And with the words of Eagle Scout Neil Armstrong, "Houston, Tranquility Base here, the Eagle has landed. Man was on the moon." In 1911, following tradition as old as man itself, the Boy Scouts of America chose the eagle to symbolize the very highest in achievement. Throughout all of history, I have been the symbol of man's best. Now the eagle is the symbol of scouting's best.
Since the creation of the award in 1911, Eagle Scouts have gone on to create careers in government, technology, nearly every field. 392 astronauts have been selected to fly for NASA, 43 of which were Eagle Scouts. There are names everybody recognizes as Eagles in space, such as Armstrong, Lovell, Duke, but there are some many people know, but do not know are Eagles, like Onizuka, Chaffee, and McCool. McCool, Onizuka, and Chaffee were, unfortunately, involved in 3 of the worst disasters in space flight history. Onizuka was aboard Challenger for STS-51L, more commonly known as the teacher flight, which failed 73 seconds into flight. McCool was aboard for Columbia STS-107, which failed on re-entry due to damage in the left wing. Chaffee was aboard on Apollo 1, which he did not see to flight due to the cabin fire during a launch rehearsal. 2 of the men, Duke and Armstrong, were among the 12 who walked on the moon as a part of the Apollo program of the 1960s. Between the Gemini, Apollo, Space Shuttle, Soyuz, and commercial crew programs, 83 flights have included 1 or more Eagle Scouts. Of those 83 flights, an Eagle Scout has been the commander of 23.
In a moment, Mrs. Boer will confer upon you the award of Eagle Scout. However, I'm sure you will agree that there are some special persons who should join you and accordingly enjoy the privilege of standing with you and in some measure sharing these high honors. Honor Guard, please escort Luke's parents to his side. As the special guest of tonight's Court of Honor, Anna Boer will present the Eagle Award. Now, for those of you who don't know, Anna Boer is our charter organization representative. She is also a very active Troop 3 Scouter, has been for a few years.
When you're as short as I am, it's necessary to move the mic and then stand on your tippy toes so you can at least see now over it. Luke, what a phenomenal young man you are. I have to say that. I don't know too many scouts who had to go through all of the things that you had to go through just to get your Eagle. Changed projects, added to projects, all kinds of things that a lot of young men would have given up on, but not you. You took the issues that you had to face and you stepped up to the next level. How proud I am of you. I cannot imagine how much frustration you felt, but I know in my heart of hearts that you did a fabulous job, and I am so proud of you. And I'm so proud to be a part of this tonight. Luke, it is the distinct honor to present and pleasure to present you with your Eagle Award. But I'm not going to do the pinning. I'm going to let your mother do that. So.
no one will ever know the unnumbered acts of self-sacrifice and helpfulness from the mother of the Eagle Scout, which have led us to this night. As the symbol of what his mother has made possible, the court now asks Luke to present to his mother a miniature eagle pin. Luke, your father has stood by you over the years and has offered his encouragement and assistance. As the symbol of what he has contributed to your attainment of this award, the court now asks that you present him with a miniature Eagle Dad tie tack. In recognition of fatherly advice and guidance along the trail to Eagle, I will ask Luke's father now to present his son with the Eagle Scout certificate and personal letter from the Chief Scout Executive of Boy Scouts of America. Luke, you are now about to join the ranks of Eagle Scouts. Before doing so, however, we ask you to recommit yourself to scouting essential principles. Ms. Boer will assist by delivering the Eagle Charge.
On behalf of Sequoia Council, I am so pleased to be able to do this. Luke, I have the honor to give you the Eagle Charge on the occasion of your elevation to the highest rank in Scouting. Scouts of all nations constitute one of the most wholesome and significant moments in the world's history. You have been judged by the Boy Scouts of America of being worthy of the highest rank in this great movement. All who know you rejoice in your achievement. Your position, as you know, is one of honor and responsibility. You are a marked man. As an Eagle Scout, you have assumed a solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to your country, and to your fellow Scouts, and in mankind in general. This is a great responsibility. As you live up to your obligations, you bring honor to yourself and to your brother Scouts. America has many great things to give you and your children. But these good things depend for the most part on the quality of her citizens. Our country has a great past, and you can help make the future even greater. I charge you, Luke, to undertake your citizenship with a solemn dedication to be a leader, but lead only toward the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the highest level of service to God and to your fellow men. So live and serve, that those who know you will be inspired to finer living. We have too many who use their strengths and their brains to exploit others and to gain selfish ends. I charge you, Luke, to be among those who dedicate their skills and abilities to the common good. Build America on the solid foundation of clean living, honest work, unselfish citizenship, and reverence to God. And whatever others may do, you will leave behind a record of which every other scout may be justly proud. Luke, you now dedicate yourself by repeating the scout oath. Repeat it slowly as you stand before the 3 candles representing the 3 parts of the scout oath. Resolve to maintain the perseverance that has brought you this far.
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Your conduct along the trail has been excellent. You have rededicated yourself to the principles of scouting. But one more thing remains, your future. As an Eagle Scout, you become a guide to other scouts of lower rank. You become an example in your community. Remember that your actions are now little more than consequences, and people will expect more of you. To falter your responsibility would not only reflect upon you, but your fellow Eagles and all Scouts. The torch you carry is not only yours, but is ours also. Look, I challenge you to enter this Eagle Brotherhood, holding ever before you, without reservation, the ideals of honor and service. By the reputation of the Eagle Scout promise before your fellow members, you will become an Eagle Scout. Through the words you use are familiar, those by which you join scouting. They will mean more to you now than they could have meant at any other time in the past. When you pledge yourself on your sacred honor, you will be sealing your eternal loyalty to the code of Eagle Scout with the words that closed the Declaration of Independence. I ask Scouts, parents, to please stand. I'm going to vary from the script. I'm going to ask all Eagle Scouts to please come to the front. I'm going to ask all Eagle Scouts to reaffirm one more time their Eagle pledge. I reaffirm my allegiance to the 3 promises of the Scout Oath. I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself the obligations and responsibilities of the rank of Eagle Scout. On my honor. I will do my best. To make my training an example. My rank and my influence. Count strongly. For better scouting. And for better citizenship. In my troop. In my community. And in my contacts with other people.
And in my contacts with other people.
To this, I pledge my sacred honor.
To this, I pledge my sacred honor.
You may be seated. Before I declare this closed, I also have some awards for you. First of all, Luke achieved something that very few scouts achieve in the process of becoming an Eagle. He managed to earn 3 palms, a gold, a bronze, and a silver palm, which means that in addition to the required merit badges to become Eagle, he earned 15 additional merit badges. Luke, I present you these. Now, by the authority vested in me by the National Court of Honor of the Boy Scouts of America, it is my privilege and my pleasure to pronounce you an Eagle Scout. May the oath you have taken remain graven on your heart forever.
So before I get into mentor and grandparent pins, there was a picture from the night I crossed over of my brother Steven putting not this exact neckerchief, but my first Boy Scout neckerchief around my neck. And so I'd like for him to come up here as I get up here to recreate a moment from the beginning of my Australia Eagle as I finish. All right, so part of the reason, well, the entire reason we're recording this is so many of the years I went to camp, part of funding that was part of funding most of my years of camp, if not all, was going up to Ohio and doing household chores around my grandparents' house, which we have grown to call Grandpa Camp. And so I have a grandparent pin specifically for my grandfather, who couldn't be here because of health issues. And so next time I see him, I'll give this to him, but that's it for the grandparent pin. So that's for my grandfather, James Oliver. So now for, if I can collect myself, for mentor pins. My mentor pins are for 2 of the people who have helped me on either end of the whole scouting journey I've been through. And so I want to start with the one who helped me finish the Trail to Eagle. And so I'd like to call Miss Anna Boer up here, because without her, all of her guidance, reassurance, and leadership, I really wouldn't be up here today.
I get to give you a hug.
Thank you.
All right, I get to hug everywhere. I'm a hugger, so there you go.
All right, and now for the person who helped me begin this whole ordeal to Eagle, who couldn't be here, but the other mentor pin I have is for Brandon Mann, because he was my Cub Master all the way from when I joined Cub Scouts until I crossed over, and he's been still a continuing leadership at church for me. And it's just to thank him for everything he's done, for these, I don't want to count how many years. He's been some influence and degree of influence in my life as I've gotten here. So this is for Brandon Mann for the who knows how many years of leadership. So that's all I have to say, and now I'm going to open up to just open stories for anybody who has a memory of anything that basically has happened throughout scouting or any other experience.
So for those of you that haven't attended an Eagle Court of Honor, everyone is welcome, whether you're in scouting or not. If you have a memory, words of encouragement, story to tell, now is the time to share that. We will ask, just because we are recording this, let us know and we'll bring you the mic. You do have to talk to people. Okay? So feel free.
I remember my first I remember my first meeting at Scouts, and it came time for rank advancement, and I go up to Luke, and I give him my scout book, and I say, help me with rank advancement. And that night, I think I got all but 3 requirements for scout rank. Yeah. So I just thought that it was really helpful, and Luke was awesome.
Just to avoid feedback and so we can see.
For those of you that don't know, I moved here about a year ago, so I'm kind of still new to this area. But for just the past year, Luke has been one of my very, very, very good friends. Started out meeting him at band, actually. I didn't know him that well, and I came to Scouts, and we just kind of connected. And for the past year, we've hung out, we've done band together, school, Scouts, and we've grown and just shared a lot of fun and nice memories together. And I've enjoyed every minute of it, man.
Hello, I'm Tom Meredith. I think I first met you as a Den Chief. I don't know if I've met you and Stephen before then, but looking back on it, a Den Chief is a member of our troop, Boy Scout troop, that's sent kind of as a representative to a Cub Scout troop to help the leaders and really to serve as an example. That's the best way they help, is the younger scouts are like, oh, it's a cool big brother, we're going to do whatever he does. So it's just to behave, and that helps them behave. And that was awesome. You guys, on the way to Cub Scout, on the way to a spring break trip, you showed me Cool Runnings in your minivan, and that's the first time I ever saw that movie. That was fun. And then you crossed over into Troop 3, and you have always been an achiever. 3 palms is a lot of palms. That's 50. That's like a third or more than a third of all of your merit badges are in excess of what you actually need, which is crazy. But with a lot of people, and this is something I don't see with you, is you don't just, in Scouts anyway, you're not just doing it to get the Eagle Scout and that's it and you're done. I can tell that you really care about this. And with some other Scouts I've seen that try and shoot up the ranks as fast as they can, you can see that they don't really care a whole lot about pulling up others behind them. But Luke has always been very quick to help other Scouts with their rank advancement, and he's always shown that he really cares about this, and he really cares about our troop, and he really cares about all of the brothers he's made here. So we're really proud of you, Luke, and I'm very, very proud to call you an Eagle Scout with me.
So I'm Steven. I'm one of Luke's other brothers. I was the first to go all the way through Scouts in the family. I'm the third in line, so yeah, Alex. But so I was able to be here and see Luke come all the way through Eagle, from the beginning of scouting all the way through to here today. And just, I remember helping him out all the way along the way, with even as far as back as the Pinewood Derby and a few of the shenanigans we got up to with that. But I'm really proud of you, Luke, and I love you.
Hello, Luke. Congratulations. I'm Luke Smith's mom, and like Luke said, we haven't been here very long. You started the waterworks, and they're hard to turn off when they start. So moving here, we found this church first, and then we found the troop first, and then we found the church. And Cindy and Chad were our first contacts here in Tennessee. And I said, oh, my son Luke. Oh, my son's Luke too. Oh, my son's 15. Oh, mine too. So it has been a very comforting transition, and you have been a wonderful buddy and friend to my son, and it's been awesome to watch you grow to this last year. And one of my funny memories is pulling up and dropping him off for your Eagle Scout project that you started, and Luke just being handed power tools, which he hadn't used very much before, and that's what they, started with that journey. So, thank you for being an amazing friend to my son, but also an amazing representative of what an Eagle Scout should be, and a good human being. And we're very proud, and I'm very proud to be here tonight to watch it.
Luke, I'm really proud to be here tonight. I'm really proud of you. It's been fun to watch you for the last few years that I've been back involved with the troop. And you may act really cool and laid back like you're just watching. But there is this gleam in your eye that you cannot miss when you're jumping off the plank on the boat and sea base, or you're about to set off a rocket and you watch it take off and doesn't always go where you want it to. But I'm just really proud of you, and I say congratulations to you, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
I remember being at Knickerbocker's doing the monkey bridge with Luke, and we had to build Big John. And Luke is out there with a chunk of poplar, a hatchet, and a fro going at it, and the wood's flying all over the place, and he is just happy as a clam. And I was like, you know, that's what it's all about.
This is actually not from me. This is from Luke Saul. Congrats, man. Wish you all the best of luck at your ceremony today. I remember all the fun times we had at Seabase. Boy, was that an experience. I'm so proud of you, and I will see you in second period English next semester.
We have a 2 Luke limit, so.
My name is Matt Mosher. I'm the youth minister at Central, and so I get to hang out with Luke. And when we talk about one of the first, I probably could go to a lot of stories, but the one that came to mind immediately, I think, represents Luke in a really cool way, is that I was at our hillside, and Luke, I don't remember how old you are, but what I remember is Luke got a prize after beating somebody out, and what he did, and it was a young girl, and he said, "No, I don't want it. She can have it." And so I think that represents your heart in a lot of ways of serving and in looking to others, and so just to say we're proud of you and who you're becoming.
Anyone? So, oh, sorry. Yeah, go on.
This story isn't directly related to Luke, but this was, you said it, camping story, so. Where was it? That's camping. I believe it was Knickerbockers, where it was just me, Austin, Aiden, and yeah, Luke, you were there, right? No, it was. Yeah, Luke was there too and just the 4 of us. And Luke set up his tent in his truck. Austin and Aiden were in front of the barn, and I was a little bit farther away, only couldn't get a single stake into the ground because it was so rocky. And I wake up at it's like 11 p.m. and there's puddles of water all over my tent because the rain has soaked through my rain fly, and is all over the tent. So I pack everything up, move the tent into the barn, and then move the sleeping pads and my sleeping bag out of the barn, and just sleep on the concrete for the rest of the night.
Anyone else? I guess I'd like to give some. What's that? No, you're good. You're good. Appreciate it. There's so many stories over the last several years. So, but the one thing, there's a couple things, but it's really exciting, and some people have touched on this, to see how much you put yourself into everything that you do. So, the way he charges forward into Scouts is the way that he charges into baseball, the way he charges into band. And I'm sure anything and everything is his space exploration science. We kept going, like every year, what are we going to do this year? And Luke is just like, SpaceX. Okay? And so it's like, okay, we're doing this. And Luke pretty much took on the whole bulk of the merit badge, planned it, coordinated with adults, taught the class. I mean, he really stepped up and brought that. And then we're out launching rockets, and he's taking that information and passion and sharing it with others. And I see you do that, and I love to see that. He has the gift of emotion. It is a gift. I can connect with you on that. I'm intentionally not looking at your mom all night tonight, and she's intentionally not making eye contact with any of you, if you haven't noticed, because it's just a thing. And before we get up here, I'm like, you got the tissues? And she's took off running, because she knows that we're probably going to. And for me, that was always, like, I struggled with that as a kid, and I just encourage you to embrace it, because I just realized that is just, it's a really good gift, and it's just who you are. And just embrace that like everything else you do. So super proud of you. An excellent example of what a scout is. And we'll look forward to seeing where you take that. So. Anyone else? All right. I now declare this Eagle Court of Honor closed. I will ask the members of the court and all Eagle Scouts present to be the first to congratulate Luke as Scout's newest Eagle. Luke, if you will come up and retrieve the colors. Following this, as you can see, we have a time of celebration and fellowship together, and so I encourage all of you to come up and grab Luke and just congratulate him.
Color guard, attention. Audience, please rise. Scout salute. Color guard, advance. Color guard, retrieve the colors. Color guard, reform. Color guard, retreat. Color guard dismissed, audience at ease. 2.